Welcome to Coffee with Hakimi. Today, we delve into a chilling yet oddly humorous story from the depths of the Great Depression, a tale of resilience, greed, and the absurdity of life. This is the story of Michael Malloy, a man whose exploits would become a notorious legend in the annals of crime history. Setting the scene, in the early 1930s, New York City was a bustling metropolis, grappling with the harsh realities of the Great Depression. Among its numerous struggling residents was Michael Malloy, a homeless man who often found refuge in the streets and boarding houses of the Bronx. Malloy was not just any homeless man. He was known for his incredible capacity to withstand alcohol. While many would succumb to drunkenness after a few drinks, Malloy could consume copious amounts of whiskey and still appear relatively unfazed. His resilience made him somewhat of a local oddity, and as a result, he was often the subject of gossip and scorn among the townsfolk. However, contrary to the disdain that surrounded him, Malloy had a certain charm. He was friendly and affable, often engaging in conversations with anyone who would listen. Little did he know, his life was about to take a dark turn. The conspiracy. Enter a group of 4 men: Tony Marino, a bar owner; Daniel Kreisberg, a former police officer; and 2 accomplices, all of whom were desperate to make quick money. They saw an opportunity in Malloy's lifestyle, believing that his frequent drunken stupors made him an ideal target for a life insurance scam. They concocted a plan to take out a life insurance policy on Malloy for $2,000, a considerable amount during that economic downturn. The plan was simple: they would kill him and collect the insurance money. Initially, they thought this would be an easy task, given Malloy's lifestyle and apparent fragility, the attempted murders. However, what followed was a series of increasingly absurd and often darkly comedic attempts to end Malloy's life. 1. Poisoning. The conspirators first tried to poison Malloy by mixing antifreeze into his drinks. They coaxed him into drinking it, only to find that Malloy continued to drink with no noticeable effects. Instead of succumbing to the poison, he simply laughed it off. To suffocation next, they decided to suffocate him. They took him to a bar, got him drunk, and then attempted to smother him. Yet again, Malloy miraculously survived, waking up bewildered but unharmed. 3. Carbon monoxide. Frustrated by their previous failures, they devised a more sinister plan. They locked Malloy in a room with a running car engine, hoping the carbon monoxide would do the job. But once again, Malloy emerged, seemingly unscathed, leaving the conspirators scratching their heads in disbelief. These failed attempts turned into something of a local spectacle. Malloy became known as Mike the Durable, as stories of his uncanny ability to survive spread throughout the neighborhood. While the conspirators were growing increasingly desperate, Malloy remained blissfully unaware of the malicious intentions directed at him. The inevitable murder. After several frustrating attempts, the conspirators decided to take a more direct approach. One fateful night, they got Malloy heavily intoxicated and then left him outside in the frigid cold. This time, the gamble worked. Malloy succumbed to hypothermia and was found dead in the morning. The conspirators celebrated what they thought would be an easy payday. However, their celebration was short-lived. The circumstances surrounding Malloy's death raised suspicions among local authorities, leading to an investigation. The investigation and trial. As the police began to piece together the events leading to Malloy's death, they quickly discovered the bizarre series of attempts on his life. The absurdity of the situation captured the attention of the press, and the story of Michael Malloy became sensational news. The 4 men were arrested, and their trial attracted significant media coverage. During the trial, the details of their misguided attempts were laid bare for the public. The sheer ridiculousness of their plots, combined with Malloy's uncanny ability to survive, turned the proceedings into a spectacle. The courtroom laughed at the absurdity of the situation, but beneath the humor lay a grim reminder of the lengths to which some would go for money, Ultimately, the four men were convicted of murder. Their greed had led them to commit heinous acts against a man who, despite his struggles, had shown resilience in the face of adversity. The case served as a cautionary tale about the depths of human depravity and the consequences of greed. Legacy of Michael Malloy. Michael Malloy's story lives on as a bizarre blend of tragedy and dark humor. His resilience in the face of repeated attempts on his life has turned him into a legend, the man who couldn't be killed. The tale serves as a reminder that sometimes life can take unexpected turns, and the absurdity of the human condition can lead to both laughter and sorrow. In the years that followed, Malloy became a symbol of endurance against adversity. Despite the dark circumstances surrounding his life, his story resonates with those who understand that even in the depths of despair, one can find a glimmer of hope or, in Malloy's case, an ironic twist of fate. As we reflect on the life of Michael Malloy, we are reminded of the unpredictable nature of life and the resilience of the human spirit. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the bizarre and tragic tale of Mike the Durable. Until next time, stay strong and keep your circle close.